Hello and welcome to the Collapse Experiment, where I'm attempting to go for a short walk on the property and I'm not wearing the best shoes, so if I slip and fall, don't be surprised. Anyways, to the topic at hand, the best zombie shows on Netflix. There's three in particular that I have come to really enjoy. One I was surprised that they actually made a second season of, and I'm glad that they did. But this video is for you, the Walking Dead fan, the person who stuck around after they clobbered Glenn in the head with a baseball bat. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? You stuck around? Anyways, so The Walking Dead is over. And now you're theming and grasping for something else to watch. So, the three shows that I've come up with. One is called To the Lake. It's actually a Russian show. And if you liked The Walking Dead and you thought it could be really depressing and dark at times, wait until you see the Russian version of zombie apocalypse fiction. So, the show, I believe it's 1 or 2 seasons. It's been a while since I watched it. But made the list because I remembered watching it, binging it, was really hoping for more when it concluded, at least for me. There could be another season. I don't know. I'll have to double check. But yeah, there's an outbreak. There's a group of people who... one person is like a Russian politician of some kind. He's trying to save his mistress, of course. Then there's the family who's trying to get out of town. And everybody decides in this group who's working together, trying to survive. And the other interesting thing is there's not that many zombies. They're kind of in the background. They're more afraid of contracting this illness than they are from people who have the side effects. They are going around biting people. That's not really... it comes up, but it's not like in The Walking Dead where there's like all of a sudden a roaming horde of people going around chewing on things. So, To the Lake, it's very obvious what the plot is. They're trying to get to a lake. And yeah, it's chaotic. There's times where it's a little slow, but I like it because that adds to the realism of it. If you remember how freaking boring the pandemic actually was, you'll understand this show. So To the Lake is definitely one you want to check out. Next in line, All of Us Are Dead. Korean. This is a Korean film, TV series. I believe it only has 1 season. The way that the show is done, it should only have 1 season unless they decided to do like an entirely separate story taking place at the same time, which I highly doubt. Takes place in a high school. So there's a zombie outbreak in a high school. And it spreads, the contagion spreads very fast. It follows several students. I'm not going to say it's like Battle Royale, For some reason, the Koreans and the Japanese have this knack for creating these storylines with dozens of different characters. You follow one for a little bit, it'll cross paths with somebody else. You know the thing. And that's how this show works. And it's very action-packed. Keeps your attention. You're constantly learning about these new characters. People come and go quickly. You just never seem to know how things are going to work out. And, there's the usual zombie tropes that you come across. Somebody gets bit, they try to hide it, things don't go well. So all of us are dead. The first couple episodes are the people stuck in the school. They don't really know what to do. Some of them lock themselves in a classroom. Others are trying to get out of the building, but then they don't know if they should leave the building. Yeah. It's, for being a zombie show, it's one of the better ones. It's why it made this list. Because there's a few. I'm going to save the few that I absolutely hate towards the end, just so I can shit on them. And the third one, my last one for a great zombie show that is on Netflix. I feel like I'm leaving one out. But anyways, this would be Black Summer. And if you like Quentin Tarantino, if you like that storytelling where it's not chronological order but same characters, and you could have one story in Black Summer that is 5 minutes long. You could have another that is 30 minutes long. But somehow, eventually, if you're paying attention, everything ties together. And that is what I like about this show. It's a series of short stories, reoccurring characters. In one scene, the person just got their freaking head blown off. In another story, they're running around trying to survive. And then all of a sudden you remember, like, oh, wait, is that the same guy that, yeah. So it's very creative on the storytelling, how it takes place. Season 1 and Season 2. Season 1 is definitely the outbreak. And towards the end of the season, you discover like who the main character is going to be. Second season, there's one character in particular who returns. You're following her story again, but it's the same format. It's short stories, broken up. There I go, sliding around. So yeah, it is different stories that are broken up and telling one tale from different perspectives through different timelines. And I really liked it. I felt like this was probably one of the better, if not one of the best zombie shows that's been put together in a long time. So anyways, to end this, we're 10 minutes in now. I'm going to spend a few minutes shitting on a couple of shows. Z Nation. Wow. If you want some garbage, like some flat out garbage, like for some reason they're able to get these like fairly decent actors to sign up for this high budget piece of shit. I don't know if it was supposed to compete with The Walking Dead or what the story is with this, but Z Nation is absolutely horrible. Like, don't even give it the time of day. And to be completely honest, and this is probably going to discredit my opinion with a lot of people, I never really cared for The Walking Dead. I didn't. I was a fan of the comics. I read, let's see here, probably 2/3 of the comics before I lost interest. I never liked the first season of The Walking Dead. It didn't follow the comics at all, for the most part. There's a really stupid ending where, for some reason, the guy running... Oh, what is this? I'm thinking this might be Coyote Prince or maybe the neighbor's dog. I am not sure. Anyways... So when they decided they're going to blow up the, was it the CDC headquarters in Atlanta? I'm like, this makes absolutely no fucking sense. It also made even less sense later on. No spoiler alerts here. The show's been on so long, if you don't know like what the hell is going on with The Walking Dead, this is all completely your fault. So, yeah, you have the CDC, where they decided they're just going to incinerate and everybody's going to die, right? But then there's the secret that the biologist, the scientist that was in this place says, well, the truth of the matter is everybody's infected. Yeah, so he's like, oh, we're going to stop it now. The contagion can't get out of this building. And in reality, he just wanted to fucking kill himself, and he brought a couple people with him. Yeah, so, hugely depressing shit. Thanks, Walking Dead. Really needed that one. Yeah, so, as the show goes on, they tend to make more and more mistakes. It just doesn't work out well. They change a lot of the plot and the storytelling from the comics to the show, which of course you're going to want to do, but man, did they fuck some stuff up. Seriously. The only good thing that came out of The Walking Dead was you had, what was his name? Remus, the motorcycle dude, and his brother. He wasn't even in the comics, so, you know, if they're going to bring in new characters, at least they did that one. And then there was that dipshit that was banging the sheriff's wife, Rick's wife, right? He wasn't supposed to last past the first season. He does. Right away, I'm pissed off because I hate this fucking character. They didn't end him soon enough. So yeah, they kept the biggest pieces of shit around for way too long. Then they brought in Negan. Yeah, this was, I remember when that happened in the comics. They fucked up Michonne's story with the governor. That should have been way more graphic than it was. Way better in the comics. It didn't make any fucking sense on the TV show. None whatsoever. Why does she hate this dude so much? Well, in the comics, they explain it. Yeah. He made Negan look like an amateur. When it came down to the governor, some of the shit that he was doing, holy crap. The governor should have been the biggest walking pile of human trash that anybody could have hated. As for Negan, yeah, Rick should have offed him. But anyways, I digress. The Walking Dead, not that great of a show. There's better ones out there. I already listed them off. If you're looking for an alternative, there you go. Z Nation, stay away from that pile of garbage. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it for me. Keep on typing.